Yo, this is Corey.
What's up, it's Jahi.
And this is Jordan, and you're now
Tapped in to Fatherhood Forward. Before we dive into today's episode, we want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors of this video, Platinum Party Planners.
you already know they one of the best sponsors around. They specialize in birthdays, weddings, baby showers, corporate events, and they even do treats.
And they hit.
That's a fact. So y'all see this beautiful furniture that we have on set today.
Facts.
It's courtesy of Platinum Party Planners. So shout out to the ladies over there.
Yes, sir. Big shout out to the Platinum Party Planners. You already know they're going to make your event shine every time.
Bling. Blow. Let's get it.
What is up, everybody?
What's going on, y'all?
Yo. We are here for another installment of what we now call Dad Stories. I don't even know what number Dad Stories this is. We're just continuing to build and make impact and build on the relationships that we already have. With that being said, we have another father in the building, supporter of the pod, new father.
Yeah.
Celebrating his first Father's Day this upcoming week.
Yes, sir, man. Congrats.
A friend to the neighborhood, our good brother Trev Holland. How you doing, sir?
Hey, good. Thank you, fellas. Thank you for welcoming me on your platform, your podcast. It's a beautiful thing that you guys are doing, and I can't wait to expound on what it's like to be a new father.
Man. It's a fun time. It's a hard time, but it's a fun time.
You got a girl too. Whoo.
Definitely, dog. She's a crier.
Oh man,
she's a crier.
I mean, don't trip, man, because my son was a crier. My oldest, and it ain't a boy or a girl thing. It just happens.
Yeah,
it
it'll pass.
That's a fact. So yeah, welcome to Girl Dad Gang.
Thank you.
All right, so where we going with this, Corey? Can we get it going?
Yeah, let's go ahead and kick it off, man, how we always do. Let's go ahead and get that weather report on and popping. I'll start with mine since I got the floor. If I had to get my weather report today, I would say it's like 60 degrees even where I'm at mentally. Dealing with like some health things, could be worse. Obviously, could be better. 60 degrees ain't bad. You still got to put a little jacket on to fight off the little breeze that's coming through. But, that means, good things is on the horizon, though. Like, good warm weather is coming. That feel-good feeling is coming back soon. Be able to take that hoodie off and enjoy, outside again. But that's where I'm at mentally right now.
Well said. With that being said, Trev, you can go next.
I feel like my weather report would be a day that started off cloudy, but then the sun came out. So we are probably about 85 to 90 degrees.
It's a real nice day.
And I say that because I guess the struggles, the trials, overcoming, taking on new tasks, and not only just being a father, but being a stepfather, and then just taking on more responsibility, all the while performing and doing my day's work, going to work and putting that hat on, taking it off, and then coming home and being a superhero inside the household.
Okay. Great answer, by the way.
Facts. You sound like a pop.
What you got? Like he been doing this, right?
Facts.
Yeah, for sure.
What you got for us?
All right, my day started off around like 75 degrees, and I found myself getting cloudy outside. And then, at them times you gotta take note and say you're the weatherman of your situation. You know what I'm saying? So, you can't let them joints control your outcome for the rest of the day. So we gonna bring that sun back out. You feel me? So now we back to the 75-degree weather, and we doing good. We feeling good now. So
Yo,
That's good.
them moments right there, man. Those is the moments that really like can keep you going, but it's like those are the defining moments that really like separate the ones that stay in that rut versus the ones that's able to really, really push through. Not just say I'm pushing through, but like you able to know that in your mind, like, man, I got this. Let me shake that off, keep it pushing. That be needed sometimes, man. Respect.
Yeah. When you actually that was powerful what you said too. Like you're the weather, you control the weather in your life, right? Like storms come or whatever, but ultimately how you handle it determines if it's still. It might be raining outside, but it ain't got to be raining internally neither. That was powerful. We might have to clip that. Myself, I started well today. All in all, I sent a message. Like Trev, you don't know this, but I sent a message to the group chat saying like, "Yo, I'm gonna need y'all to really carry this, John." And in this moment, we can be candid because we all got like our own stuff going on. I'm like, yo, I'm really not in the mood right now. I'm gonna still show up because that's what we do. But I'm gonna need y'all to carry it. And then Corey sends a screenshot of him with a hospital wristband on. So I'm like, fuck, my fucking mood don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, it do matter though, man.
I'm not saying it doesn't, but like in grand scheme of things, my mood doesn't matter compared to your health. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and instantaneously, I'm like, bro, this was God. And then Jordan's like, yeah, I got stuff to take care of at work, and we still trying to find ways to make things work. Long story less long. I just had a rough day at work, man. Like, not even at work. I had one client that like, or customer, because this is the first time I cut this person's hair, and like, I really, it felt like the barber in God's was humbling me a little bit. Because I take my craft really seriously. And I'm not perfect. I'm not a robot by no means, but I do strive for perfection when I'm working, you know what I'm saying? And when I fall short in anything in life, I tend to be a little hard on myself, more hard than I should be. And I think me sending a message, because I didn't have to send a message, you know what I'm saying? I could have got on here and I could have faked the funk and all that, but in actuality, like this space that we have created is for us to be vulnerable. It's for us to share and us to pull each other up. So I think it was meant. Unfortunately, Corey, it cost you to go to the hospital. But I think it was meant to happen the way that it happened, because instantly, and the answer that Jordan gave, it's like everything is telling us all, like, you are in control of that weather. That was
it the
this
girl?
has probably been, yes, bro.
You said, was it what?
So Jordan was there.
I was there.
Jordan was there, and it's crazy because Jordan, like, I said to him, I said, bro, you know all my clients then, huh? And he started laughing. Bro, this girl, and then she was a sweet lady. Bro, she came and she wanted this haircut. The haircut was whatever, but then she wanted a flower on the side of her head. I said, listen, sis, I don't even do that kind of work for real. Like, I can try, but I'm not going to even act like it's going to be what you think it is. So, and that was just like strike one. And then some other stuff happened. I'm not making this situation about this thing about me, but yeah, it just put me in a space where I felt like maybe I'm not going hard enough, because I don't want anybody to sit in my chair to tell me and me feel like I'm unable to do something. And for me even to say that, like, yo, I really, you're not supposed to say you can't do anything, because then that's when you internalize it, and then it becomes an actual belief of yours. You know what I'm saying? So if I say that and then I still went to try it and it came out trash, it's still my fault, because I spoke those words out. So I didn't even speak life to that and say, yo, I can give it a try. And she might even rock with it with me saying I can give it a try. Yeah, dog.
Yeah, we just got to change that. I can't do that to I'm not there yet, but like you said, I can give it a try. And also, like you said too, it's like it's that challenge had to be presented to you, so now you know what to add to your radar to, you know what I mean, sharpen your skill set even more than what you're doing now. Because it's funny. I had just recently said this in a presentation. Like I don't fault nobody for nothing that they don't know, especially if they haven't been exposed to it yet. You know what I mean? That challenge hasn't been exposed to you for you to have to, you know what I mean, dabble into it. So now that you're exposed to it, now you know what you got to do, man. Man, all of us are exactly where we need to be in every single moment of our lives, whether we know it or not. You know what I mean? And you was where you're supposed to be. Now you got a new challenge in front of you, something else that you got to learn.
Yeah, sharpen that sword, dog.
Yeah, I feel like absolutely, man. Like I remember growing up, Jahi was a basketball guy. You love basketball. And I don't ever recall you shooting a ball, missing a shot, and dwelling on the shot that you took and like getting mad that you missed. You came back and you kept shooting. So I would look at it as an opportunity, like Corey and Jordan said, to build your resume, sharpen your sword, and get into a different lane. You know what I mean? So it's a new experience for you. And when you have those new experiences, I would just take it as a humbling moment, and you can't get mad at yourself for trying. Like, don't be too hard on yourself. But now that you tried, keep walking through that door. That door opened for a reason. So now, once you do get good at it, guess what? You got a whole new clientele you can reach, and you got a whole new advertisement that you could put out there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I definitely and the moment I came home and I got to talking to my wife about it, it kind of like I kind of worked myself, like obviously she helped, but I worked myself through it, because it's like, bro, you can't turn down opportunities because it's no growth when you don't take the opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the lady, she was a sweet lady, you know what I mean? But I ended up just giving her money back because I wasn't satisfied with what I gave her. And this shit don't happen. Like, I think about, I got kids, I got a family. It's time I spent, but I think about me being in a chair and how I would want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't even about the money. But she understands that, like, my intentions were different. You know what I'm saying? So this has probably been one of the best weather reports, by the way. This is pretty good.
Yeah, facts.
Absolutely, man. I like the weather report segment of the podcast. I wish I had that to do somewhere on a daily with some of my friends. You know what I mean? But like, we don't. We get in contact, but we won't get in contact enough. Especially what I do. Sometimes I hold on to it, and I take it to a therapist, or I try to write it down and get it out some way. I got to get it out my system.
That's really what we doing this whole platform for, is to kind of normalize these conversations that we have in here. Because they're conversations that we should be having with our friends. Like, I know me, sure. I'm not the greatest at picking up my phone and, you know what I mean, hitting people up. Even when they cross my mind, like, I'm not that great at that. But I'm thankful that I do have friends like that are like that kind of keep me, you know what I mean, in contact. Jahi is definitely, like, at the top of that list. Like, Jahi is that type of guy. He gonna reach out to you, you know what I mean, see how you doing. You know what I mean? That's something that I'm trying to get better at. I'm putting that on my list of goals. You know what I mean? Just check in more, man.
Yeah, it's necessary
for sure.
Cause you know what, yo, we can probably create a whole nother lineage of powerful people just by doing this kind of work. Just opening that door to be vulnerable with each other, and it's each other, then our kids, and then our kids' kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could be breaking some kind of generational traumas by just not holding things in. Because speaking for myself, I know my parents, it still got things that they have never told me, and it got things to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they hiding things away from me, but some people don't like bringing back that trauma. So if you get it out in that moment, then it's like, it's what it is, and we can move forward. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you gotta carry that with you, Trev, to wait till you see a therapist, or wait till you and your boys actually have that moment, that space. It's like, yeah, bro, that shit. So that's the challenge of I'm not gonna say where we come from, but of who we are as a people.
Facts.
Black people.
Facts.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is gonna be a good one.
This is for sure. For sure. We hitting levels.
Yeah.
Early.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get a little deep, man. We're gonna get deep.
Jordan, you want to kick us off, Jordan?
Yeah. So new dad, new girl dad. Take us through your experiences so far. How's it been?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's say, man, like, um, early on, not much sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the burping has been an experience because,
How many
I
weeks is
thought
she?
she's
Okay.
3 weeks.
Whew. Fresh
Yep,
out the oven.
3 weeks
Okay.
today,
Fresh out
actually.
the oven.
Yeah, she's fresh. Yeah. So, yeah, the burping thing has been an experience. I thought, the baby burp one time, she good, but no, she has to burp
Mm-hmm.
multiple times. I just went through a change of Similac. I got this. It's this purple brand. That thing is costing. It's like $56 a can.
Infamil
You know what I'm saying?
or is this
Yeah, yeah,
okay?
yeah. It's I don't know the name of it, but it's
Is it
purple. And it's like it prevents all like acid
The
reflux, and it does all this
colicky.
fancy
so?
Yeah.
stuff.
It could be the
Yeah.
sensitive one too,
Yep.
like the sensitive
Oh, right.
Similac.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, and then I've been waiting on her birth certificate to get her on my insurance, so that way I could just, get a doctor's prescription for it, and then have the insurance
Yeah.
cover it. But right now, I'm taking that joint on the head right now. So, like, it's crazy. 3 cans like 115 a
Wait, do
pop.
the
But
insurance cover it?
I rather you get a prescription
I
for it.
didn't even know that. I wish I knew that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. I learned that from my
Yeah.
shorty. Yeah, she got a kid already, so that's
A prescription
I
for
appreciate her. She's
formula.
doing.
That's a gem.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a real
That's
gem.
a
Yeah.
gem. Who knew that?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Trevor.
So, what else? Just trying to get her on a schedule, and it's a little hard for me because I work 12 hours out of the day, and I'm either going for 3 days out of the week, and then I'm home, or I'm working night shift 12 hours or day shift 12 hours, and then I'm off for two, then I'm on for three, and then I'm off for three. So like that's how my shift is running. So right now I'm off for three, about to go back on for two, and then no, I'm off for three, go on for two, and then I work two, and then I'm on for three. So like it's
Yeah, that
it's
just hurt my
nuts.
head.
So
That shit sound like a deuce.
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, yeah. So and then you alternate days and nights, and so yeah, I'm in the
It's
mix. No
rough.
holidays off. No.
You said no
Yeah,
holidays off either.
but nah, I get paid for them though, but no holidays off.
Well,
But
before we graze past that, because we got a lot to unpack and just that, right? But I think it's worth celebrating your occupation if you don't mind sharing it.
thank you. I am a police officer for the city of Wilmington.
That
Thank you. I
that
appreciate
is
it.
honorable because I personally know what kind of brother you are, and
Thank you, bro.
it's really good that we got like a brother like you, and I'm pretty sure there's many more out there like you, but I know you personally, so I can speak on your character. I would be okay if you was an officer in the hood back in the day. I would be okay. Like, all right, okay, I fuck with Officer Trev, Officer
Facts.
Holland. I fuck with Officer Holland. You feel me? Like
Facts.
that. We need
Yeah.
more of that, and it's not corny to be. It's not corny to be an officer because in actuality, we need some people in there, man.
For sure.
Right.
Especially in the city of
Representation.
Wilmington.
Right. Yeah. Because it's some situations that happen that you got to actually be from certain
To
backgrounds
know.
to kind of navigate through those
Yeah.
situations.
If
yeah.
you like, if you know,
Yeah.
you know, type of situation, like.
Right.
So definitely kudos to you, man. I know it's not easy at all. But nothing worth actually having and keeping is going to be easy. Right.
Right. It's definitely trying all the time. It's like walking a tightrope. And then when you can, like y'all just shared your wisdom to each other and how you feel and navigating through. When I can give it to certain people, I will. You know what I mean? It's not always about throwing someone in handcuffs or writing a ticket. Sometimes it's about just coaching them up and how to deal with certain situations. Like if I could expound briefly, I responded to a domestic between a young man and his girlfriend. She's pregnant, and he's young, so she's going through the emotions of pregnancy, and it was even hard. It was even hard for me. It was a shock. Like my girl's like just going, like she just changed, like a whole 180, 360 or whatever in her behavior and character. And I'm like, yo, what in the world is going on?
Mhm.
And my mom was like, yo, you just got to be patient during this time. Her body's changing. And so from my experience and what I learned, and I just gave it to him like, hey, listen, your lady's early on in her pregnancy. Her body's changing. You can't be arguing with her
Mhm.
if you want your child. You know what I'm saying? Because she could lose that baby in her stomach, and I know you want your child. So just give her some grace, fall back, and work through the situation. And that's how I handled that, you know?
Yeah.
That's sturdy.
Great
That's
advice,
sturdy.
man.
And he probably
Let
needed
it
that
been one of them
woman.
other motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, the black dude going to jail.
For sure.
100% of the time.
It was a black couple. I
Gotcha.
didn't even catch that if they were.
It was an interracial couple. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Thank you for your civic duty, Officer Holland, man. We need more. We need more like you, and I'm sure we will have more. All right, Corey, what you got? I know you got something.
So you know what I mean, with being a new dad, man, like, what was there like any fears coming into this?
The fear of hearing my girl's story of how her first pregnancy went, how she was high risk and everything like that, and all the the doctor's appointments and crazy checkups and what happened to her body, preeclampsia. I believe that's when they get like the diabetes and stuff while they're pregnant and all of that stuff. But you know what? I just gave it to God, and I prayed to God about it, and I let that John go. And guess what? Like, she didn't have no trials, no tribulations from start to finish of the pregnancy. And 3 pushes, my daughter was out
Nice.
Blessing.
crying.
Y'all
Nice.
heard?
She
Give it,
came out crying.
give it to God, man.
Oh God.
Say it again for the people in the
God.
back.
For
man.
real.
Give it to
God.
God, bro. How was your hospital experience though?
The nurses weren't bad, man. But they were bad with the what you call that, the epidural. So the
They
first
still
nurse,
doing bad with that damn epidural, man.
yeah, the first nurse didn't put it in the right way. She didn't get enough. So I think my shorty had to go through 3 attempts before it finally worked.
Poking the shit out of
Yeah,
her.
so yeah, and that needle
You
was
seen
long.
it?
It's crazy.
So
Bro, that junk.
yeah, I
that
seen
junk
it.
about this long, bro.
It's
It's
still-
crazy.
It's long,
I haven't
bro.
seen
Passed out when I
it.
seen it.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Yo.
Like, pause. Size of the mic, bro. It's
No
crazy.
bullshit. Yeah, no bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that
I
needle's
still haven't
long.
seen it.
Yeah, I almost passed out. When I
Yeah,
seen
Trev. I don't know if you caught it on here. I shared our epidural story, dog. I think it was with my son. The damn epidural. They gave my wife the epidural, and then the machine started beeping like an hour into her getting it. They was going through a nurse change, so the whole time the shit was beeping. And so it was beeping, meaning that like she wasn't getting no more epidural, like the machine malfunctioned. So they had to send the because the nurse don't do it. It's the anesthesiologist that do it. It was the anesthesiologist change. They come
Wow.
20 minutes before my son about to come out. So she damn near pushed him out natural.
Right. Yeah.
They
The
they gotta get that together.
Same situation with my shorty. Yeah, same situation with my shorty. It was like a long period of time before they gave her like the final one that actually worked. And she came, I think she went in, we went to the hospital probably about 11. And then, they going through shift change by the time sunrise come. And my daughter came like 10:30 in the morning. So they went through a whole shift change and all of that before they, got her right.
Said hospital need to get
They
F
need to
together.
do better.
If I'm guesstimating, it's near the mall. Dumb people, man.
Yeah.
Dumb people need to get it together. But
Yeah, went to that joke.
good thing is y'all had a healthy, successful birth. You know what I'm saying? No real complications. Because in actuality, any woman of color is high risk. You know what I'm saying? They said they get the least amount of attention and least amount of care as we see. Like, you and me have experiences like, bro, these people was just on whatever in there. Like, Um, yeah. So I'm glad it went well for y'all. And you also a stepfather, right?
Yeah, that's something to divulge in too. Yeah, I'm a stepdad.
Mm.
And
How
I'm a
how's that
how
stepdad.
going?
old?
Yeah. If I was to explain what being a stepfather is like, I would say it's like the best worst job to have ever.
Yeah, definitely expand on that.
I'm
Definitely
so
expand
sick.
on that.
Yeah, the best worst job ever. So like, I mean, I feel like you got kind of like the responsibilities of being like a blueprint of what a father is to this child, but not the real cred of what the father actually is to this child. And by no means I'm not trying to replace the dad, but I'm just trying to lead by example because it is another young lady that I'm raising as well, and how I treat her mom and everything
Mm-hmm.
like that and all of that stuff. So I have to lead by example and do the right thing. But like, there's trying times where when he lacks, I gotta be that to step up and step in. You know what I mean? And to make that happen. So like it's a birthday this weekend. He lacks, so I gotta step up and make that happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like me walking into Jahi, Corey, or you Jordan house and being like, "Hey, I'm your dad. I'm Jordan." Or "Hey, I'm your dad. I'm Corey." And your kids gonna look at me like, "No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not." You know what I
Right.
mean?
How
Right.
how old
Yeah.
is she?
So, but
You said he,
6.
right? Oh, it's a girl.
She.
No, she.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 6. Yeah, that's definitely probably a trying age too, because
That's an interesting age.
Yeah.
yeah, because you
Yeah.
very 6-year-olds are pretty
But
smart.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're pretty smart.
But it's beautiful when they do grasp the things that you
Yeah,
do, and but it gets hard when they leave the structure, go to that household, and then come back, and it's like you kind of rebuilding from start again. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So that's what makes it trying and all of that
I
stuff.
definitely feel like because we've had a lot of these conversations at this point, and that's been actually a very recurring thing.
Yeah.
That we tend to get a lot is that when they go to the child goes from one house to another, you kind of do have to start to put them pieces back together that you just work so hard to like seal it up, and it just like kind of falls apart. So like I don't know how is it compatible?
You said, is
Like
it
compatible? Like,
compatible?
is there a way to like alleviate that from happening, or is it just like an inevitable kind of thing?
Like, I feel like that part of fatherhood is all about stamina and endurance. You know what I mean? Because you cannot give up, or you can't listen to the social media. You can't give up. You just got to keep going and keep trying every day, and just know that, listen, your initial attempt may not work, so you probably got to approach it a
Yeah,
different way. Even how you discipline, because and how you enforce certain things, because again, it's not your biological child, so you got to have a more of a conversation and then a structured situation. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like, um, I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to set a standard, and then if you don't get it, guess what? I'm going to make you strong. You're going to get on this wall. You're going to do these wall sits. I don't have to put my hands on you, but
my
we're
boy
going to
put
work
up
out
wall
together.
sits.
The football
Yeah, we're going to
workouts.
work out together.
Facts.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I get my message across every time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And my motto is, if we're not going to be smart, we're going to be strong.
I
So
like that. How long does it usually take to get her back in your household mindset?
it depends on the weekend, but sometimes it could take a day. Sometimes it could take a couple hours. Sometimes it happens instantly. Like, okay, I'm back with mom and Mr. Trevor. I'm like, so she already know what's up. But like, it really depends on the weekend and the weekend that she had. But like I said, man, like it's a trying thing, because like, even though you're a stepdad, you're first on the line to have that conversation. Like, hey, how was your school day? What happened? Who are your friends? Who are you talking to? Why are you saying that? Why did you do that? Uh, Why are you crying? What are your emotions? Explain to me. You know what I mean? You're first to get all that, then to convey that to the primary, even if they care. You know what I mean? Because you could do all that and they don't
That's right.
care. You know what I mean? So it's like you doing all the hard work without the credentials or the credit.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wait.
Time
Wait.
out. Time out.
Wait a minute. Before you go any further, we have a message for you guys.
I need y'all guys to smash that like button,
Hit it.
smash that follow button,
Bam.
smash that subscribe button.
Do it.
Turn them noties on.
I need it.
Why? So just to let people know why this is important.
We really trying to grow this channel, man. We need all of y'all support. Every single viewer from this video, from this episode, smash that like button like Jordan said. It's going to help us grow this channel and reach new heights, reach new audience to help us grow our community like we plan to do with Fatherhood Forward.
Appreciate y'all. Hit that red button.
Let's
Yes,
get
sir.
back to the show.
That's
and,
what it is.
and you got to do the work because in actuality, that's your daughter. Like regardless of the whole, you with her mom, that's your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter. We don't even need to play this step game. Not saying you're overstepping the boundary of her father. Of course, we're not saying that. But in actuality, you there to help protect, provide her if the situation gets like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I wanted to go back to how we was talking in the beginning about work and stuff, because I can imagine that being a very trying time early on, and being a dad. Like, how do you see like a work-life balance kind of happening in your future?
So, like it is a very demanding career. So let me ask for clarity. Are you asking how do I transition from work, being a law enforcement officer, and then coming back home and then just tapping in and just being Trev, being,
Yeah,
dad?
just like timing, and like how
Does
do you
it
kinda
balance?
split? Yeah, like
Is there balance? Are you working to create it?
Like the balance all resolves around communication. Like my shorty loves to spend a lot of time with me, and I'd be like, "Yo, you don't gotta spend that much time," but she liked to spend a lot of time with me. So, but I understand because I'm gone a lot of the time. But it also revolves around communication, which I do need to work on, fellas. I'm not perfect. I am guilty sometimes. Sometimes I just want to go be a guy and just be dirty, go fishing, do something, do guy stuff. Not always date all the time, but I gotta remind myself I gotta keep the dating part aspect involved. But as far as career and balance and all of that good stuff, it's communication. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'm supposed to get off at 3, but like just last night I was supposed to get off at 3 a.m. I didn't fucking get home till like 6, 7 in the morning because I had a serious lockup. You know what I mean? So it's all like sending that message like, hey, and then Corey, to answer your question, I try to leave my work day when I walk out of work. You know what I mean? And then when I come into this threshold, I make sure I'm bringing Trevor, the human, the dad, the not Officer Holland. Officer Holland does not come through this door, even though I get dressed at home and go to work and stuff. And then when I leave out, I take Officer Holland out of the door. You know what I mean? So I just try to make sure I balance that. Make sure what I do is not who I am. It's just what I do for work. You know what I mean? I try not to let it bleed over into my life, my personal character, and all that good stuff.
That's interesting that you said that, because why is it like you putting on one hat and then when you get home you take it off? Obviously you can't be Officer Holland at home, but like how much do you have to transition yourself to actually be ready to be in that role?
A lot, man, because like, bro, I pray before I go out. It's like, man, it's like preparing for like any kind of like I can relate it to sports. It's like preparing for any type of sporting event, game, like day after day. And I'm doing this for like 20 years and maybe further, And don't get me wrong, I love what I do. I love dealing with the community. I love the action of it. I love the work, the paperwork of it, the courts, the trials, the investigation, the hunting, looking people up, finding people, making contact, introducing myself to the store owners, barbers, and just getting out there. So um, it's like you have to really. I I would say my training came from and because I failed at first. I was a correctional officer, and they teach you how to turn it on, but they don't teach you how to turn it off in corrections. You know what I'm saying? And I love that job too. But from my failures in turning it off, I had to teach myself how to turn it off. You know what I mean? Because the career isn't just a career; it is really a lifestyle. But you have to like, you don't have to like go over the top. Like, don't forget who you are at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because like, listen, if I go today or tomorrow, the agency is still going to be alive and well. I mean, the flag is going to get lowered for a couple of days, and guess what? It's going to raise again. You know. So that's what I keep in mind, and I keep a therapist to keep the hard stories or the hard conversations, somewhere to go. You know what I'm saying?
So what kind of level officer are you?
I'm just a patrolman right now, so I'm just
Okay.
starting out.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you spoke about you having a therapist, how important is your mental health as an officer and as a father?
Highly. Not even as an officer, man, just as a human. Like, if you just, man, I don't know if y'all moved out of the city, but take a walk around or ride
We
through and
all
then
out the
just
city, brother. Don't
look
worry
at the
about it.
Like going
people.
back, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm out too.
Going back.
I'm out too. But take a take a ride around. I'm glad that we all out because like if you go back, man, like you will see that like it's all a breakdown in mental health in that community. Like, and it's built to like hinder you. Like, it doesn't make sense that I gotta spend $5 for a $2 item. And then if I want a stick of deodorant, y'all got it locked up in a shelf and I gotta pay for it here right now. I can't carry this with me. Like, that's crazy. But where I live, I can carry it around the store. I can throw it up in the air or whatever. I don't gotta spend $5 for a $2 item to use my debit card. I just tap my card and go about my way. But it's just that you got an environment where the property taxes are raised, people are struggling and not working, and they're trying to find a means to live, and they're not going about it the right way. They're going about it the fast way because they may have families, they may got different things going on with them, or drug addiction. So like it's just a lot of different circumstances and a mental health crisis within the city of Wilmington, I believe, and I see it.
Nah, I agree.
No, that's a fact. So I go down
Yeah,
there probably once a week. My grandma live in like down bottom, so I see
yeah,
exactly what you talk about often.
yeah. And you got people that live down there that haven't been to Rodney
Yeah.
Square, dog. That's all. That's all they know is that
That's tough.
word.
That's tough.
That's all they know.
I know Corey. You spoke about you having you have a therapist, right?
Yeah, I do.
What does therapy do for you? Because I think it's about time for me. I be like, all right, let's about me. Go ahead, Corey.
Not.
Hold on, before he go, Jahi. After Corey answer, can I answer that question too?
Yeah. Well,
for
I
sure.
asked you the question first.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, you asked me that question.
I did.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You could.
But go ahead, Corey. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Do your thing.
No, I was just gonna say I think it gives me a chance to either get a different perspective on like the things that I'm going through, the things that I'm thinking, or to get like some clarity on the things that I'm thinking, or reassurance. Like it's one of the three, if not maybe more. And that's just like off the top of my head. But it helps to get things said out loud because I gain a different perspective based off of what I'm saying as well. Like it's one thing for me to think things, but when I start to talk through situations, like it allows me to think in a different way. Just hearing it, and it even like I think I've done it so much to this point now, to where like like full transparency, I'm a person like I think my greatest like thoughts and ideas like a lot of times come in like a shower. So like some of the times I may think things in the shower, but of lately I started to like actually talk to myself out loud in the shower, just to kind of get like more like revelations from like what I'm thinking and what I'm saying. And honestly, another like tactic that I think a lot of people should maybe even use if you don't like click with like a therapist or something like that. Bro, you can literally go on ChatGPT and you know what I mean get perspective that way. Like I actually just seen that a post that said ChatGPT is actually, it was a study that showed that it's actually trending better than like an actual therapist for couples therapy. Like yeah. So I'll find a post and I'll send it to us in the chat and stuff. But yeah, it was interesting to see that though, because I use it in that way sometimes when I don't got a therapy session like right away. If I'm in the moment where I like I gotta think this through, like I'll go in there, just tell her what I'm thinking. I'm not asking for no like tell me. I may ask me like, tell me, am I wrong for thinking this way? But like it'll tell me like straight up, and I'll tell her, yo, just be honest. Like I don't care about the feedback because I need it. So yeah, I just say like it's better to just get things out. You get different perspective.
I'm gonna say AI definitely ain't gonna sugarcoat it for you.
Sometimes I be thinking to be trying to butter me up though.
Sometimes it does.
Oh,
you gotta literally prompt it like, yo, don't be soft on me.
Facts.
I'm not a wussy.
Yeah.
Like you gotta instruct it.
And you can talk to it enough to where like if I go on my ChatGPT right now, I talk to it so much I could tell it, yo, tell me the things that I don't want to hear about myself, and it will eat me up. Like make me look in the mirror like, yo, Corey, you got to tighten up.
Let me try that.
Real,
I'm gonna try that.
You gotta build it up and like let it know it more
to get
and more
there.
about for it to get there.
You
like
gotta get there.
ChatGPT has told me like, yo, you got a lot of great ideas, but you have no discipline. Like you will start something and it'll be great, but you'll stop doing it because you lack consistency.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. That's great. I'm gonna try it. See what it tell me. But like I feel like therapy was definitely it is a life-saving tool, and what I say I wanted to echo around the world, not just through your podcast, like men, and not just black men, any man, like don't feel soft that you going to go and talk to a therapist. For one, it's nobody's business, for one. And don't think that nobody hasn't been through what you're going through, because there is somebody out there that went through your exact same situation. And don't just think that you're the only one going through it, because you're not. Everybody's going through something at any given time of the day. You know what I'm saying? And it could be worse and it could be better, but just navigate through your situation. But for me, therapy was a life-saving tool. I needed that. I needed that conversation. I needed that dialogue just to shift my perspective and my way of thinking. So that way I could be a better man for myself, so that I could be a great man for my family.
Jordan, what about you? Have you gotten into therapy?
No, I've never gotten into therapy. I'll try the ChatGPT thing though.
Sure, bro.
Yeah. Me and my wife, we did marriage counseling, and like no flack to her, but I just felt like it wasn't. I think I need to go for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to go for myself. And in my line of work, I speak to a lot of people, and sometimes I'm like the therapist a little bit. So it's like, you know, the therapists need therapy sometimes, and sometimes some people be sitting in my chair and I'm just letting it out to them. But I think I should give it a try. And I use ChatGPT every day, like on a daily. So my memory is full on that joint. Like it's that bad.
I pay for it at this point, bro.
You pay for more memory?
I paid.
I got the page on.
Yeah,
I got the page on.
Once you got the page on, it's like unlimited memory now.
No, my save memories are full. So you gotta delete what it actually saves.
You gotta delete your conversations, a few of them.
Yeah. I've done that a few times over, but I use it for my daily budgeting. So it probably is building all that up. You know what I'm saying? Until it's just
I keep like the same conversation, like the same. If I'm in the topic, I go back to that same That same topic.
Yeah, the same joint. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. So some joints is irrelevant. Like when I'm making my turkey legs, smoked my turkey legs last week. ChatGPT helped me with that.
I'll be on the same
that
time.
kind of stuff.
The same time.
Yeah, it really knows what it's doing.
Man,
Just saying.
For sure.
But
I didn't know Chat GPT gave
It gives you
recipes.
anything.
Whatever you want, my
bro,
boy.
it literally
Anything.
gives it anything.
Yeah.
And Gemini is pretty good too. It's a lot of good AIs out here. It's kind of scary, but it's insightful. I feel like it's necessary. It's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? But so we're on mental health right now, right? And we understand how important mental health is. But Trev, you had something in your guest form that I want to highlight. You also talked about fitness and how important fitness is to you too. So your physical strength, how important is your physical strength and discipline, or your physical fitness and your discipline?
Definitely, man. I feel like how you view yourself when you wake up and look at yourself in the mirror plays a big part in your mental health, because unconsciously, if you're unhappy with your appearance in that mirror, you'll start talking to yourself mentally in a way where it's like, man, I gotta do better, man. I gotta lose this weight, man. I gotta get on my SHIT, man. I look at my stomach all big, I'm all flabby. And then that stuff you unconsciously is internalizing that negative conversation with yourself. But just man, you gotta eat well. You can't always, for me, I can't always eat what my family eat. I gotta pick and choose what I eat, and that's hard at times because I'm strict on like what I eat, my diet, and I'm not a bunch of chips and all that nonsense. But I'm strict on what I eat because it plays a direct role in my mental health. So if I feel as though I look good, I feel as though I'm strong and stuff like that, I'm taking care of that aspect. Now that I'm having a mental positive talk with myself, and then I'm also not beating myself down as to what I need to work on. You know what I mean? And I'm setting small goals at the same time. So I feel like that's where it starts for me.
What's the physical requirements to get on the police force?
Well, you gotta. Every agency throughout the nation is different, but for me, I had a push-up test, I had a sit-up test, had a 1.5-mile run, and it's like something else. No, that was it. Push-up test, sit-up test, and a 1.5-mile run. And I had to get that done in a certain time. So I had 1.5 miles in like 14 minutes and some change. I had to get a certain amount of push-ups and sit-ups done and some change. And then once you end your entry, you got to test out of the academy. So you got to lower that time. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be at 14 minutes because you will fail. You'll go through 6 months of training and you will fail. Like, they do not care. You know what I mean? And you're SOL at that point.
Man,
So,
how important is it for your kids to see you doing physical activities? Even Corey, you and Stephanie work out. I don't know if the kids be down there or see y'all interacting. Like, how important is that for y'all? Jordan, I know you be having to work out stuff in the basement and all that. Like, do y'all even think about have y'all ever thought about how y'all kids view y'all working out with your woman and stuff like that?
For sure.
Yeah, well, Price, he loves to see it, to the point to where he asks for his own set of dumbbells. So he got a small pair, and he works out with me from time to time.
Yeah, same. Sincere loves going down there, man. Like, it's actually funny. But just to kind of normalize it is the way that I think about it. Like, that way when he get older and of age, like, he already wants to do it now. Like, it's funny, I got a video of him like thinking he benching. Like, Stephanie was like, yeah, just let him try it. And I was like, I was really doing it, but he think he'd do it. So I'm putting it in his mind already that you can do it. And I think that's gonna travel way longer than I can imagine and get him started on the right path way earlier than I did. Because that's really what it's about, man. Just making it easier for him to do what I'm already learning right now. You don't gotta wait till you 30 to kind of implement these things in your life now, man. That's what you got me for.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get on that because me and wifey was working out together. You know
They
how
say
it should go.
couples that work out together, it actually strengthens the bond, man.
Absolutely, bro.
Oh, we work
Yeah.
out. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you
I
talking
can't.
about something different?
Yeah.
That is a workout.
I can't wait to have a son to get one to work out with.
Yeah,
Yes, you can, bro.
yeah,
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
yeah.
Boy, these
yes,
boys-
yes, you can.
these boys
Nah,
are
I
jacked
think every man wants their son though. In actuality, I'm
Yeah,
glad you said that,
for a
Trev.
fact.
2-part question. Well, second
What's
part isn't
up?
really a question. How are you handling? And it sounds like the sink is running, so don't feel pressure here. If you're nervous, just wink.
Okay.
How do you handle all the estrogen in the house, brother?
Yo, it for a while it was only me and my daggone dog, yo. So me and my dog was the only guys in the
Okay, you
house,
got the
and my
dog.
shorty got a
You got
girl
the
dog.
oh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But for a while it was just my shorty, her daughter, my daughter, and the dog.
Mhm.
Her girl dog. So I had to get my boy dog down here. But dog, I was going crazy, going crazy. But like it's a little better now. We took in her nephew,
Okay.
so like that's my homeboy,
Nice.
you know.
Nice.
So I be doing little things with him, taking him to the gym and stuff like that,
Nice.
and trying to get out there. So yeah,
Second
but
part.
oh,
Yeah, bless your heart. It's gonna be okay, bro. Don't worry about it. You'll be alright.
yeah.
That was me for a good amount of time. Uh, if you need a second core, you good, bro.
Yeah,
we
let me
we
run down there
we
and
be
check.
done. Yeah, we be done in like 6-7 minutes. But I just got one more question for you, Trev. We all from around the way, and if they don't know who's watching, we from North Wilmington, right?
Mhm.
We used to be on skates, football fields, workouts, everything, basketball courts. We on summer outside till we stinking. I
Yes.
remember your mom was very influential to your life. I've never seen your father. You and your father could have a great relationship for all that I know. Did you
Yeah.
ever believe that you would be the father that you are today, knowing how you grew up, how we grew up?
Um, Absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not. Who I am today, I did not see myself as this guy who I am today. Um, but I'm glad I did become this man. And it took some time, and it took rekindling that relationship with my dad, having that tough conversation, not only carrying my mother's perspective, and grabbing different characteristics from men. Having that being raised, for me, my experience being raised by a single mom, I responded to adversity like a woman would
Emotionally,
initially,
yeah.
and I was like, yeah, and I was like, I hate that about myself. I can't be emotional in my response to adversity or something as small as losing the keys. I'm getting upset about it. Like, nah. So I had to rework my inner workings of a man. I had to do that by myself without my father. I had to do a lot of things by myself without my father. So, but it helped move that ball along once I got the relationship back with my dad. We don't talk about everything. We talk about some things. It's still a lot of work, but I'm glad my dad's around for my granddaughter rather than me. You know what I mean? I built myself up on my own, I would say. But no. No, absolutely not. I knew I was going to be something, but not this guy.
And I'm proud of you, bro. Like for sure.
Facts.
Thank you.
We stay tapped in from afar. Jordan, what about you? You had your father in your life, and we know, your father had his own challenges, right? Did you ever believe that you would be the father that you are today?
Hell no, bro. We grew up in Wilmington,
Why
bro.
not?
Like everything we seen in Wilmington, it most of the time it really wasn't good. And
Right.
what my father in the household, he didn't really like set the example of what a father is supposed to be. So nah, bro. But through God, and my father figures around me, shout out to my uncle, they I learned how to be a great dad, you know, and I'm still learning today. So, nah, bro, I ain't think I was gonna be the dude I am today. I ain't even gonna hold you. You know, growing up over North Side, you hang around a whole bunch of knuckleheads. It's easy to fall into some knucklehead shit. It's easy to get caught up, bro.
Hey, it look like we got a guest in the building. Is that Sincere? Woo! We got Sincere in the building. What you doing, nephew?
What's up, Neff?
You thought I see you over there? What you doing?
Say what's up.
Huh?
What's up?
What's up?
Hey,
what's up, young
nephew
boy?
Potter. Yeah. Great to have you on the pod, Sincere. Corey, we just were just pretty much wrapping. I did have one more question. But we were pretty much just talking about how we all grew up in similar circumstances with us not really having like a present father. And did we ever envision like us being the fathers that we are today?
I think I can't say I did because I didn't know what it looked like, honestly. Like I had my stepdad, and but that was just my stepdad, and I feel like he was. No, I'm sorry, Trev.
You hear what he said?
I'm so sorry.
And circle back.
No, because I love
Add
my
some
stepdad.
context there.
Yeah, I gotta let me finish, man, because I love my stepdad, but I feel like becoming a father, I was able to recognize that he was working within being a stepdad. Like he didn't want to ever like overstep, because like we all knew who my dad was, even though like especially like once he got out of jail, like my mom did want me to have a relationship with him. My stepdad was cool with that, you know what I mean, that being a possibility too. So he ain't never really want to overstep that. He had kids of his own. So I feel like it was just a different type of relationship there. But now that I'm able to be a father and I see him being a grandfather, it's like it was a whole different experience. So I didn't really know what being a dad, like the kind of dad that I am now, I didn't know what that looked like because I didn't really see that in my life. Oh, the light turned off. But yeah, I can't say I envision where I'm at right now, bro.
All right, so as we wrap, thank you for your answer. I guess I got it. I guess I got to answer. I don't think I thought about much I don't think I thought much about the future when I was young. Like full transparency, like I don't know if it's just because I didn't know if I would make it this far, or I didn't have, like Corey said, I didn't have that carbon copy to kind of follow. Like we shared this before. Like my grandfather and my grandmother are married, but my mom divorced. No, like even disrespect to my mom, but like every man that came in the house kind of left. Even my father, when I met my father at 16, he came and he left. So now that I am where I am and how things are going, I would have never guessed, never expected. Like, even me being in college, bro, you would have never told me I'd have had kids by now. You would have never told me I'd have been married. I never thought about being married until, like, it was about time. Like, until I knew, like, the woman I was with my wife. Like, that was never a thing. But I'm blessed to be here. Like, I'm happy. Sure. I'm happy that we all come from where we come from and we're able to actually speak on, and we're actually, like, we don't have to be hard. Like, we are successes from where we come from. We know people that died at 14, 15, 16, 18, 20. We know people that done died every goddamn age, and we done made it this far. We're a success from where we come from, bro.
For sure.
Before we get out of here, Trev.
Absolutely.
You mentioned your spirituality a little bit. How?
Mm-hmm.
Why does a relationship with God matter as a man and then as a father?
because I've experienced life without God being present. And I say that I can't do none of what I'm doing by myself. I give it all to God first. And He gives me my strength. He gives me my stamina. He gives me my wisdom. He gives me all my gifts that I can give to the world. It comes from Him as I still continue to grow and learn. And my relationship with Him is crucial because He keeps me humble. He keeps me focused. He keeps me on track. And with a level of humility and leadership, it comes all from my relationship with God first, man. And it's crucial with being a man, how I lead myself, morals and principles, and then that seeing my family, seeing me with my relationship with God, and then giving the same love, tough love, the sternness trickling down onto them. You know what I mean? Just because I'm stern doesn't mean I do not love them. I love them dearly, but my sternness is me trying to save you from what this world do not care about. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's God's grace on everybody. Because once it's the end, it's the end. You can't change nothing or none of what you did. So use this time wisely and make it right. Get right with Him. Get right with people you're not right with, and you don't have to. You don't have to be on good standards or good terms with them. But just the forgiveness is not always for them. You just forgive people for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I had to learn.
Amen.
All right, we ready for our two-part Amen. Let the church say it.
Amen.
Okay. All right. About that time, Trev, any advice that you have for any new father, expecting father, fathers out there in general, and how important is fatherhood forward, this platform, to the fathers out there?
Cool. So, my advice is to, be present, be patient, and get involved. You know what I mean? Who cares you don't know the answers? Who cares you don't know what to do? Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. Figure out how to be a dad. And I feel like being a dad, the hardest part is being present on a consistent basis. You know what I'm saying? That effort, it reverts back to stamina, effort, and endurance. You know what I mean? Because when that baby is crying 3-4 o'clock in the morning and you nodding in and nodding out, you know what I mean? Show support to your woman and be there. Do something. Change a diaper. Set the diaper table up. Wipe some tail. Get involved. And love on them. It's not all about what you can buy them, but spend that time with them. You know what I mean? Because what you buy them ain't necessarily teaching them anything. Spending time with them to teach them, get them right. Fatherhood Forward is a great platform for every new father and pre-existing fathers because it allows pre-existing fathers to know, hey, I'm not the only one that went through this, or I'm going through this right now. It's definitely a show or a podcast on here that they can revert back to and to, solve that problem. You know what I mean? For new fathers, which I gave me was a lot of great advice and kind of like what to expect, coming into this joint. So like, it was like a pregame for me, like, okay, this is what I gotta get ready for. And then by the time I hit it and the shit hit me, I was like, okay, I'm all right, I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? I know what to expect hearing, Jaheed, Corey, and Jordan talk and all of that stuff. So it's a great platform, and I pray and I love all you guys. I pray you guys keep going. Don't give up.
Facts.
And
Thank you.
keep going, dog. This is a big, big movement. Big movement.
Appreciate that, brother.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Word.
So we'll be tapped in. Thank you for your time. I know that baby girl is about your shift. It's time for you to shift over. We all gotta put our kids to bed. So
not me, not me.
Word.
Kids gone.
All right,
lucky
all right. We're not
Kids gone.
talking to you. Love, y'all be safe. I'll chill.
All right, y'all.
Man, catch y'all next one.
All right, y'all.